From its earliest days and throughout our history, Cleveland has had a tradition of welcoming people from other places. We have been known not just as a place of welcome, but as a place of outreach. We are a city that will now actively reach out to others. We will be inviting guests, visitors, and hopefully newcomers to come to our city. We want to build on our tradition of welcoming. Through this new entity, Global Cleveland, that represents a great public-private initiative, we will step it up. We will build on this spirit of welcoming. Global Cleveland will be a leader in actively reaching out and welcoming people from all races, places, ages, and creeds. Because of the competitive nature of business and commerce in the global economy of today, there is no better time for an organization like this to exist. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Larry Miller. I am the president of Global Cleveland, and it's my pleasure to welcome you here today to this, the grand opening of Global Cleveland's Welcome Hub. We got our formal start about a year ago as we planned the summit that took place in May, which was attended by about 300 members of our community. We worked through the summer to put together our business plan. We hired our first employee in October. We launched our first program as well in October, a program known as Pathways for Healthcare Professionals. At the beginning of this year, just a few weeks ago, we hired a number of new members of our team. And so today represents yet another important step in our progress. The Welcome Hub, down on the first floor of this building, opens its doors to the public today and will help us deliver on the 4 key words of our business plan: to retain, attract, connect, and communicate with newcomers and to the talented people who are already here in Northeast Ohio. Our overriding goal is to grow our population in the region by 100,000 people in the next 10 years. These people will come from Indiana and India, California and Croatia, Kansas and Kenya. Most importantly, the Welcome Hub will be the first stop for these newcomers, as well as people who will be returning to our region. It will be a place for us to reach out to them, to shake their hands on behalf of all of you, and to say, welcome. You have come to the right place. We have designed the Welcome Hub to help these new Clevelanders successfully find a community that meets their needs and their interests. We will also give them resources to help them look for employment and to advance their careers here. We also want to help them start new businesses and companies, because Greater Cleveland has a history of newcomers starting new businesses, becoming successful, and offering employment to others. We also will use the hub as a meeting place for employers in the region to brainstorm ways to retain and attract the talent that they need. Our team will also use the hub as a place to develop and then launch all our attraction efforts. We have, for example, a special program we are working on that is directed at boomerangers. We understand that it is natural for some people to go away from the region for school or for work for a time, but we want to make it just as natural for people to boomerang back home to Cleveland. We also want to attract talent to the region by conducting virtual and in-person job fairs. Our first job fair will be this April on behalf of 20 growing biomedical companies. Other job fairs will be conducted throughout the year and will focus on financial, IT, and advanced materials sectors. Later this morning, you'll have a chance to walk through the Welcome Hub, and I hope as you do so, you will also have a chance to meet the members of our team. On behalf of the Global Cleveland team, I want to express our gratitude to the many people who have given their time, their expertise, their leadership, their talent, and their financial support to this initiative. Again, I say it is a great example of a public-private partnership of what can happen when so many people who care come together. And I'm going to ask one more thing of everyone who is here today. Please remember that we are all ambassadors for this great city and this region. I would ask that everyone take an active role as ambassadors in everything that you do. I ask that you get involved in Global Cleveland one way or another. And if you don't know how to do that, just ask us. We would be glad to involve every one of you. I'd like to close my remarks here with two phrases that I have always been taught are among the most important in the English language. I'd like to say to all of you, welcome and thank you.